tomorrow I'm the biggest bear out there, so be it.
You win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day, live to make another play. You win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day, live to make another play. Live to trade another day, live to trade another day, live to make another play. Win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day, live to make another play. Scared money don't make no money, scared money don't make no money, scared money don't make no money, scared money don't make no money. You win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day, live to make another play. Is it the bottom yet? I'm tryna buy up everything, not gon' get upset, just pull the trigger, let it bang. When I see a trade, I'm hopping in like a Uber to secure my future, up early just like a rooster, eyes glued to the computer, looking for a bag or two. Market cipher on the screen, compliments of trading view. Now I know what I'ma do, buy low and sell high. Even if you try and fail, at least you didn't fail to try. I don't wanna be the type of guy that let fear win. I'm the one that dive in head first and bust my chin. I know FOMO is a no-no, but I still get it in. Now I can't predict the future, but I know I'm bound to win. Later or sooner, I'll be the big kahuna, cause I got big kahunas. I was not scared to get money, I took me some chances and now I'm the big kahuna. And if you scared, might as well get neuter. I'ma keep chasing my dreams, wake up in mansion so big, I need a segue to get from wing to wing. Scared money don't make no money, scared money don't make no money, scared money don't make no money, scared money don't make no money. You win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day, live to make another play. Scared money don't make no money, scared money don't make no money, scared money don't make no money, scared money don't make no money. You win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day, live to make another play. Don't be scared, G, like paid in full, get your bread, B. Cold wallet full of crypto, yeah, Big Lebowski. Can't forget to tip the waitress, fur and loathing in Las Vegas. Tupac told us about the changes, people hating on your greatness. Mansion looking hella spacious, shoes, they ain't got no laces. This the Aquarius age, life happen in different phases. Out with money, in with crypto, analog to digital. Could've been rich, but you was scared, what a imbecile. Say you want a miracle, but you bet the minimal. Should've bet it all, hell no, not the unthinkable. Grow some balls if you got a pair, man, I double dare you to put it all in the market. No sir, I'm not trying to scare you. Seeking and searching, I need some more money. AI is scary, make us look like dummies. Serious about profit, I need it, I'm hungry. My music all over, but I'm from the country. Bank account thicker than Manuka honey. Got multiple wallets, don't go in my pocket. Ether's a favorite, but I don't discriminate. Scared to get money, get the hell up out my face. You win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day, live to make another play. You win some, you lose some, but you live to trade another day, live to make another play. Win some, you lose some, another play, live to trade another day, live to make another play. Win some, you lose some, another play, live to trade another, live to trade another day. Scared money don't make no money, scared money don't make no money, scared money don't make no money,
let's go.
Money don't make no money. You
let's
win
go.
Some,
wake your po ass up. Let's go.
Some,
let's
but
go.
You live to trade another day, live to make another play.
Wait your po ass up. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Dano Crypto. On this channel, we show you guys how to make simple, effective, and easy moves in the cryptocurrency ecosystem. So happy Dump Monday. I don't know what you guys think or what you expect that these markets are going to be doing right now going into QE, which is quantitative easing. They're not tightening us anymore. We know the rates are going to get cut over time, but they just keep gaslighting us, and we keep in crypto here, looking at the stock market, thinking, what have we been doing for the past few years, not investing in the stock market and thinking we're going to get an alt season? Well, that's just how they wear you down. They wear you down like a nub into a freaking nub. As before, when you came in, you were sharp as a tack. You were sharp as a tack. You had your plan. You had your strategy. You were DCA and you were buying coins. You were like, nothing's going to stop me. And then the market has worn us down to a nub, which has made us so bearish. Timeline's the most bearish it's ever been. But we're going into the best framework and blueprint for crypto that we've ever seen in the industry. So what do you do with that? You got everyone saying that the top was in. That was it. Bear market. Next year and a half, 2 years. Sorry, pack it up. 2026. You're screwed. You're poor. Sorry. And then you got a very small group of people that are saying, wow, because everyone's calling for a bear market, it's going to do the opposite. And that in 2026, people are going to get so sidelined by Solana. They're going to get so sidelined by Ethereum. They're going to get sidelined by Bitcoin. They're probably going to get sidelined by even privacy coins at this point. They might even at this point get sidelined by Cardano. I mean, Jesus. So we gotta talk about some stuff today, but we're going to point out the fact that we did do a public service announcement. We did a public service announcement last night. We were have the worst allergies we've had in a while. We were just destroyed, but I had to come to you guys and tell you that you need to get your money off the exchanges. I don't care what exchange it is. I don't care. Mostly we're talking about the C tier non-KYC exchanges that you're trading on. Maybe you're even buying spot. I don't know what you're doing. Maybe you think you're getting this yield and then you're going to be able to generate thousands over a period of a couple of years and then withdraw it. Well, I'm here to tell you that that is not the case. So what is going to end up happening? Because look, warning, the crypto exchanges are about to rug you. And so when things get bad and things get good, the exchanges that have no like protection against you, especially if it's an offshore exchange registered in the Cayman Islands or anything like that, where you're not no KYC, all this crap. We talked about it last night, how every content creator needs to start analyzing who they're partnering with, why they're even partnering with them, and if they align with their ethics. And if they don't, then get rid of them. Because the moment that you start to lead people to these exchanges and then you can't withdraw your funds, guess who they're coming after? You, me. We're coming after me and you. They're gonna come after you by going on the timeline and telling everyone, hey, this person's been promoting this exchange and I can't get my money off of it now. They're gonna directly blame you, okay? Because you had no due diligence to go into research of these exchanges. So I'm going backward. I'm flipping the script. And I'm saying I'm not promoting any of these exchanges anymore. I have no links. I took all my links off. I'm taking all my links off of my socials. Anything that's promoting a particular exchange that you know if they go up, they go belly up, you ain't getting your money back. So the only one that I have in the link right now for my live stream or what I'm promoting is crypto.com. It's the only one right now that I feel like even if it freaking went belly up, you'd at least be able to go to court for it. Everything else, no. So, or if maybe Gemini, maybe those big ones like Kraken, that's it. FDIC insured at least up to 100,000. But all these other ones, you're screwed. You're toast. You're not going to get your money. They will let you use the exchange up to a certain point. They'll let you withdraw. They'll let you use it. But then when you start making like some bands, some thousands of dollars, and then you try and withdraw, guess what? They're going to say you broke community guidelines. You broke the guidelines. You did something wrong, and we're not going to let you get your money. So you need to stop using these exchanges. You need to stop promoting them, and you need to wake up. Okay? So... And look, they're liquidating the entire, like all these exchanges know where you're trying to trade. Binance knows where you're trying to trade. They all know where you're putting in your stop losses. They know your liquidation point, and they are using it to to their advantage, not yours. And so what's happening right now is the market is basically going to give us max pain. We told you guys that this was going to be the IQ test for crypto, and I don't make the rules here, okay? I have instincts and intuition on a level that I think is my edge. That's why you watch this channel. You don't watch this channel for me to, quote, give you the next 100x. Guess what? Crypto as a whole is the next 100x, you idiot. Just pay attention and stop trading like range trades and buy. Because this thing in the next 10 years is probably going to be insane. So if you're not even willing to hold for 5 years, then you have other work to do. You have work to do on yourself. And guess what? This is what I've been doing for the past 4 years. Crypto has made me work on myself and analyze the parts of myself that aren't working. And it represents in the way that you act in the charts. My friends, you'll start to learn that soon enough. And you'll realize, whoa, okay, I learned a lot about myself that I could probably end up becoming a gambling addict, which they know as humans, our monkey brain, this whole system right now and this in the social culture is to get you to gamble. And so when me promoting these stupid exchanges that aren't going to take care of you when things get bad, you're going to get gambling, a gambling addiction, trying to hit these leverage trades. And at the end of the day, at the end of the 6 months or a year, I guarantee you look at your P&L, ain't gonna look that great. But if you were to just buy, and I would encourage someone to just start a DCA strategy, I don't even care what it is, you will be better off. 100% you'll be better off. So my way that I'm going to combat this crap, because this is all due to people just still thinking they can beat the Binance sandworm and be a gambler. You're a gambler. Let's be honest. I had to wake up to that fact too. It's hard to hear the truth, and so that's the truth. You know, you can say you have an edge all you want, but you're addicted to the prospect of, oh, let me hit that big trade. You know what? The big trade is being patient. That's the big trade. Being patient and catching something like Amazon 20 years ago. 20 years ago. Then imagine someone DCAing through all that volatility. Think about all the different die-offs of how things were running. Like we had the early internet, then we had the internet bubble crash, and then came out of that was all the different cloud services, AWS, different levels of protocols on the HTTP protocol, like upgrading and, going from dial-up to broadband, from Web 1 to Web 2 to Web 3, and you're just kind of like just investing in tech. Like that's what crypto is. You're investing in the future of all these AI companies going on chain and becoming just a powerhouse. And look, NVIDIA is powering that AI quote bubble that is 4.5 trillion. Trump says that there are NVIDIA chips that NVIDIA is making for specifically America that they are not giving to China. Okay? And then you have this powering all of the subsidiaries and other companies that are building their AI infrastructure. And then what is that all going to be settled on, and what is it going to be linked with? It's going to be linked with crypto. So that's the big picture, the big macro picture. And what I want to do is encourage you guys to start to just understand this simple fact. And then when you start going down that hole of trying to leverage trade with paper USDT, let's just be honest, these exchanges don't have proof of reserves. This is why the yield's so insane to try and get you to put your crypto in, so then they can have quote reserves to then pay out their VIP accounts. They'll pay the VIP accounts, and then all the plebs that come in to then try and get this juicy yield is not real. So then imagine everyone tries to then withdraw their juicy yield of 600% APY. They will say no. They're not going to be able to service it. It's just like if we as Americans went to the bank and we tried to withdraw all our money at the same time. We know what happens. The bank goes, whoa, 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 whoa. the jig's up, my friends. So that's the exchange. Those are the exchanges. That's what they do. That's what they're doing right now. Okay? So you are part of the problem. When you're leverage trading, I'm sorry, but you're part of the problem. You are 100% part of the problem when you're leverage trading. You're not being responsible. It's gambling at best. And anyone's edge is based off of you having a lot of money to be able to lose. And let's just be honest. You have enough to lose. You got enough to lose where you don't care. And you already DCA'd and have a lot of crypto. And so how you're going to win in this game is to stop fooling yourself and let's actually accumulate. Let's actually buy crypto. Okay? So I'm going that route. Because the exchange, this market, the crypto Twitter, all these KOLs, the referral links, the deals that are being made, it is not in favor of the retail investor. My best way that I can service the retail investor is to literally say, hey, did you even learn about MetaMask yet? Stop. You go on an exchange. These people are not gonna be like these order books and the chart and all this stuff. They're good. Like retail's gonna be like, what the hell is this? It's way actually easier to onboard someone just to be like, hey, have you downloaded a MetaMask? Have you learned about just quickly what a seed phrase is and how you're supposed to protect that? And that's kind of like your way that you can download your financial digital ID like onto any device you want to, as long as you have the seed phrase. And that's like your password. That's the alpha. Like, I'm tired of like trying to service gamblers on CT or then try and like think that that's what retail needs to hear. No, like you need to learn that, okay, you need to just start with Bitcoin. Start with Bitcoin and ETH. Get familiar with those wallets. Get familiar with copying and pasting transaction or addresses. Learn that you can look at your transaction hash. You can actually click into Etherscan and look at stuff. You can see where money's flowing. You have control. Web3 is being able to see everything on the surface that was happening before in Web 1 and Web 2, but now you can see it. You're the signer. Everything beforehand was just being done in the background. When in the banks, everything is just being done like you. This is what's hilarious. When you send money to someone digitally on Venmo or with your bank, do you think the bank says, okay, so Chase, we need you to move that cash from this vault and our paper cash. I need you to move that paper dollar over to this bank now. No, it's not like what. So the difference between crypto and fiat cash is that it actually is a ledger of a quote token or a currency, and I can see it go there, and I can verify it. That's the difference. That's the difference, and we can go down a whole rabbit hole of that. But no, keep trading. We only could rally literally as a people behind our own system right now, but we're still using the banks. That's how the system works. Is that it's all perception based, and it's very much a psychological warfare. Okay, I said last night, I used an example of how we used to solve things before the timeline shift, before the universe went somewhere, I don't know, in our dimension, we crossed into a different, like, something felt weird. I don't know what happened, but something changed. We all know it. We all feel it. Can't really explain it, but something happened. We used to just, if you had a problem with someone, you just threw hands. I remember like a friend of mine, they were like back in elementary school. You don't even know what happened. You throw hands, and then you get punched in the face, and then all of a sudden you're friends again. Nowadays, It's very much like psychological. It's very like psychological warfare. You have to be very much like like how to read what someone's saying, because it's all like, unless you're still like me, like I basically like, I don't like mind games. I don't like psychological warfare. I'm pretty straightforward. So this is what is happening. I think it overall in culture right now in society is very much psychological warfare. So you have to be very mentally strong and have a good, strong will in your consciousness, you know? Because there's gonna be a lot of crap happening right now that is going to try and like knock you off your path. Like, look, right now, it's a Monday. People should be wondering like what's going on. Like, oh my gosh, scared. Like people flooding to YouTube to try and figure out what's going on. And I got 3 people watching on YouTube. It's like YouTube is also trying to get me to stop. YouTube is also trying to get me to stop. Look, there's 2 people literally for Christ's sakes. I mean, 2 people watching on YouTube. I think people probably finally, they all quit. I think everyone quit. Did everyone just quit right now today? You got way too bearish. All right, how many people do we have watching on X? Because this is ridiculous. 12? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, it's either everyone went back to McDonald's to go fill out an application, or it's just really max painting people right now. Or everyone's like looking at their charts, they're looking at their trades getting fully liquidated. All the while, I've told you guys for days and days now, stop it and just like buy. Just DCA. But hey, if you're an expert shorter, then yeah, then you're having a heyday right now. If you're an expert shorter, you're having a massive heyday. You are laughing all the way to the bank. But yeah, we just want to try and help you guys. And this is the way that I think we can do it. If you don't like it, go to another channel. You can go get your dopamine hits and from traders that get funded accounts, most likely from these exchanges that we're talking about. So then they can get you to deposit your crypto in there. So then when stuff like this happens, they're like, "Oh, sorry, you can't withdraw." So. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But yeah, no, but YouTube has been shadow banning me 100%. They've been shadow banning me. I almost have 4,000 subscribers, and there's absolutely no way that they're letting all those people know that I'm live right now. There's no way. There's literally, they literally let 2 people know. They let Headband and Dave. That's it. Literally Headband and Dave. But that's the thing. Headband, he's gonna be a multi-millionaire. Dave, multi-millionaire. See, everyone else that's not here right now, you will. Hold on, there's a 3rd person in here. Do you want to be multi-millionaire? I'm christening you as multi-millionaires because you're gonna get the most alpha right now on this live stream, where everyone is so bearish. I'm going to unbear you. I'm going to unbear you. I'm going to be the bearer of good news. Here's the good news, my friends. This is just always par for the course. And what's great is that as I was riding my bike around the neighborhood today, getting some fresh air in my face, and I was looking at the chart dumping, I was getting notifications on my phone, like Bitcoin going down 2% in 30 minutes. And I was just laughing. And I was like, I feel so free right now, not trying to trade this garbage, you know, like I am not going to try and trade this right now. This is like the best opportunity right now, where if we've always said, look, if you can buy low and then we quote sell high in the long run, your DCA strategy like that's the key. Like, but if you're trying to trade this right now, you're probably like, you've lost already money by your stop losses being hit. If you know, because look, you're not always going to be break even stop lossing, because you're just going to constantly get, you know, you might get stopped out. And so what ends up happening is you're just chasing these prices. And it's like, if you switch your mind that like, hey, crypto is going to be here for a while. I would even go against that quantum computing is not going to, quote, kill crypto in 2028. I think that's a load of crap. I think that's another FUD article. Guess what? Quantum computing already exists. It's already past that point. They can kill crypto right now if they wanted to. They can destroy it. Do you understand? I am in the belief system that everything we are given right now in our society to be able to, quote, use as our new tech, the CIA and the government and all of these federally funded private military operations have the technology that would blow our freaking minds right now. Like we're like, oh, the meta glasses. Come on, the army and the CIA and all these special agents have had like insane tech that they've probably reversed engineered over since the 40s. So I'm under that school of thought that like, quote, quantum computing killing crypto, blah blah blah. No, that would have already happened. That's a load of baloney. It's a load of baloney. So don't believe that garbage. I think that is such a way to get you to just be like, oh, well, then let me hold all my value in cash. Then let me just keep holding fiat currency. It's ridiculous. I think it's such a fear-based mentality, and I'm not buying it. And even then, by then, and if it's going to do it by 2028, guess what? Well, if we've seen the growth of crypto over the years past, and if you're, quote, in the right things, which, hey, let's be honest, there's winners and then there's ones that are doing not as good as the ones that just pump the most. We're just going to hope that we have those coins. And that housing contracts will be like, literally, like people will accept Pepe for a mansion. Like if they're like, I need Pep, they're chomping at the bit to get some Dogecoin and Pepe. You can buy your dream house with SPX 6900. You can tell your boss you're quitting because Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 new coin mooned. Imagine the media reporting on Harry Potter. The heck was good? Just happened. No, my brain just something. What is happening? What is happening?
This token is the end game. It's the shitcoin of shitcoin. I mean, imagine telling your coworker you're quitting because Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 and you coin. 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 Imagine the media reporting on Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 and you. Ticker is Bitcoin. On Harry shitcoin, 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 shit. Ticker is Bitcoin. breaking 1 billion market cap. Now, unless you hate money, go ahead and visit
HPOSNI.com.
The hell is going on? Oh shit. You guys are so bearish. I can't believe you guys right now. I can't believe you. Can't believe you. But it's funny though. I'm curious to see how many people would are gonna like get mad at me for calling out all the obvious like gambling addicts and exchanges and all this bull crap. People are gonna get mad because we've been in this like little weird bubble of just like extracting each other in this game here in crypto, and I had this feeling, and I'm like, how do I fix it with myself and my content? How do I become a solution to the problem instead of a exacerbating the problem? I want to provide a solution. So my solution is that I'm going to go back to the basics. I'm reversing. I'm going. Okay? Do you understand? You guys are going to wake up to the truth. What is the truth? There are no exchanges. You don't need them. There is no spoon, okay? There is no spoon. Okay? There is no spoon. This is what is funny. This is what's funny. Everyone's like, or not everyone, but there is definitely something happening with the privacy coins. I thought the privacy coins were going to pump last. I forgot the fact that that's actually the memes. The memes pump last in the bull run. So when you start seeing things like Pepe, Doge, Shib, Floki, old legacy memes on ETH, ticker Bitcoin, MOG, SPX 6900, Bobo, just all those coins. When you start seeing the meme coins rip, we're probably at the last 2 months of the run. Bitcoin's first, then we're going to see the ETH and the layer ones and layer twos and the DeFi coins and the tokens, and then I think we're seeing privacy as possibly one of the first pumpers. I was kind of getting it backwards. I forgot that's what happens. I always forget the privacy aspect, which is hilarious. We come into crypto and it's supposed to be where it's like, yes, we can verify everything. It's on chain, and you should be able to have a certain level of privacy. But then we kind of lost the plot, and we just gave up all of our privacy, and then we just started sending all our coins into exchanges, and then they take everything. So now we're going backwards. We're going back to basics, where it's like, oh, we forgot. We just got to accumulate these things, and we have to also have a level of privacy too. So with that being said, there's two specific privacy coins that people know about, and it's Zcash and Monero. Now there's other privacy models. I don't even begin to be an expert at privacy. All I know is that there's a level of zero knowledge, but with being able to proof that the transactions it's like zero knowledge, proving that the transaction is going from one person to the next, but it's obfuscated in a way through the code to where once it goes in, you can't see where it goes out. And that's the whole point. So it's like being able to go into this ecosystem and then go through to here, and then be able to, as you're going out, it's not gonna reveal all your pathways of where you came in before. I think that's the same with Tornado Cash. That's why Richard Hart right now with the SAC funds going into Tornado Cash, because once it goes in there, the router, you know, you're not exactly knowing where it's going. But Zera is very much early into building their own type of thing where they have their dashboard and they're trying to do a zero knowledge type private protocol with portable and secure digital cash. And they're trying to do it to where you can send it offline. So, and it's built on Solana. So the idea is, and by the way, I'm not getting paid to talk about this. I mean, coins, if I had a coin that I actually liked, contact me to pay me to talk about it. Bring it on. I mean, because like I said, I would tell you guys if it's a paid promotion. But I mean, geez, especially in the points right now in the market, where are they at? But yeah, this is pretty cool. I like the idea of this, because if it does work and this privacy like narrative is going to get really, it's just getting stronger over the years, over the next couple of years, and with offline payment capability, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. So you can do stable coins like USDC, USDT, and Sol plus others. So Bitcoin, ETH. So I'm very curious to see how this is going to play out over time. And if the privacy whales that like Monero and like Zcash, they might end up using this thing. So this is what it looks like. You have your private cash section where you have a private pool, pending transactions. You can see all your different wallets. You can see your activity. Let's see if there's a video. The video of the dashboard, it looked pretty cool. Oh, nice. And then this is the mobile version. I like this. So you got, go continue. Like it looks like they're playing in the sandbox on their on an SDK. Yeah, that's cool. I like the look of this. This is looking cool. All right, I'm going. Did I already? Oh, and this I reposted this one, but then we got, yeah, this is what the dashboard is going to look like on the computer. Very similar. Yeah, and this is the section that I wanted to point out. You have you can swap. So you see look, Zera swap to Sol. You can see your transactions where you sent, received, or swapped. But then you can see the multi-chain. You have ETH, Sol, and others. So I'm curious how many chains they're gonna implement. So that's looking pretty good. I like it. All right. So let's point out the fact of what we talked about earlier is about the false APY and the trick and the trap that these exchanges. Okay, this is okay, look, we got a community note, so let's make sure we're correct on this, because AIXBT was saying like, look, MEXC is offering a 600% APY on USD staking. If you read the terms, it's capped at 300 USDT last 2 days and is only for new users, yielding about $9 in USD. MEXC isn't the only one either. BitGet ran the same promo claiming they're doing this due to insolvency is completely inaccurate. Yeah, but I still wouldn't trust it though. I still would not trust it. I don't care what they say. Don't trust it. You do not want to trust it. But this is what Ourbit basically went silent when a user was claiming that they've been trying to get their funds unlocked for the past 5 to 6 months, and it's been a nightmare. And so this kind of pushed some people to speak out because of the white whale with the MEXC situation. MEXC was freezing and wasn't going to unlock 2-point-something million of funds for the white whale, which is one of their VIP traders. And I would go as far as possibly connecting the dots to think that the white whale and all these accounts like James Wynn and these accounts that somehow get the algorithm to be able to push right in front of you to then go and then like end up, they end up posting a contract, or they end up posting a donation address, or they end up posting some kind of BS. And most likely it's a massive extraction coordinated with the exchange and also with these accounts, because there's so many back deals and all these things that they're doing to engagement farm people that it's probably as nastier than you could ever imagine. And I will not take any part of it. So this led to someone pointing out the fact that Ourbit is having the same issue with some customers. And instead of addressing the issue, Ourbit just came to the timeline and posted something like, oh, well, blah, 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 supporting the cabal and some kind of issue. Like I gotta get the response, because it was really very tasteless. And it wasn't a very good response by Ourbit, because this is what, so this is the post, this Andy Johnson. He said, your funds are not safe on Ourbit. They have frozen $2.7 million of my money hostage for more than 5 months, and now a thread below. So this is, he said, after seeing the white whale fight back with MEXC, he's like, I want to also share my story below on how Ourbit has been refusing to give me my money. And so I'm telling you, the moment that you make enough on these exchanges, they will not play nice. And the fact that they're offshore, they're not fully regulated, they're no KYC, blah, blah, blah. You can KYC if you want, but that still is not going to help you in your case of trying to get your money off the exchanges, because most likely when you do this, it's just bad. It's just bad. They're going to wreck you. So it's not. So I have a responsibility to make sure, because look, I had an Ourbit link, and I had an Ourbit link on my channel, and I've promoted it, and so I'm taking it off. Like I'm not going to be a part of this. I'm not going to be a part of this massive extraction that I think is happening. I would much rather like to align with companies that are promoting actual crypto safety and a good, clean, healthy level of accumulation in crypto, and providing the facts of volatility, providing the risks factors, and showing you that, like, hey, there are ways that we can survive in here, and one of the ways is to avoid what we've been breaking down, is getting extracted by these exchanges. I think it's one of the biggest traps that we've ever gotten into, is to think that we ever needed to come on here as content creators and then, quote, promote these exchanges. I want to promote just having a healthy level of accumulation in crypto and not getting caught up with the gambling aspect of it. So Ourbit's response was not good. Instead of saying, hey, we'll address the issue, they just claim that, oh, they're being attacked. And look, oh, I've been blocked. There you go. Point being right there. Instead of addressing the issue, they blocked me. And I bet if I tried to get in, I don't have any money on there. I have maybe like $20 on Ourbit, but now they're going to probably not let me take off my even my $5. Look at this. This is so crazy. Look, they blocked me. Now, do you see? You point out anything, instead of saying, we're going to address the issue, they just block you. Point taken. Point taken. Where's the post so I can show you guys? Look, To all the rats of the cabals, the market manipulating leeches who scam retail investors and profit from insider trading, RB wants to say that every day they confirm how corrupt and brazen they are and increase our conviction to, quote, kick their butt. But I would say that you guys are doing the same stuff that all these other exchanges are doing. You're listing meme coins at 100x leverage. You're getting the early entry before your users are. You don't even let us know in enough time before you got it on the exchange. And then you are trading that token and leveraging it up with your own accounts and then dumping on heads. That's not, what are you talking about? So it's a total complete double standard and it's ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. It's a complete double standard. You know, you guys realize you can buy stuff on chain. You know, you literally can buy stuff on chain. So I want to remind you guys that you can literally buy stuff on chain. But yeah, blessings to everyone. Smash up the like. Look, see, people don't like me talking like this because people don't like the damn truth. People don't like the truth, and sometimes it hurts. Accept the truth. We've been led down and sold a bag of lies that we need to, quote, like promote these garbage exchanges. Like, I'm not doing it anymore. Bye-bye, Felicia. It's just like, that proves my point perfectly. Please keep blocking me. Yeah, keep blocking me. Proves my point. Proves my freaking point. Do you accept the freaking truth that you need to rally behind something? I don't care what it is. But if you're going to rally behind gambling, you're only perpetuating the cancer problem that's happening in our society right now. And the great thing about that, when you start to accumulate, you get into meme coins, you get into whatever the heck you're going to be bullish on, you only lose when you sell. But you lose every time when you gamble. You lose. Your 50-50 shot, your 50-50 parlay, well, guess what? Those are even rigged and scammed. You've seen the basketball games where like they literally pass it to the other team because they have to, because if they don't, the freaking mafia and the mob will like literally break their kneecaps. Well, you don't think that's literally the same thing that's happening in crypto? Come on. So it's time to wake up. It's time to wake your po ass up and stop promoting the garbage and get people on chain. You're not getting people on chain by promoting an exchange. You get people on chain by getting them to freaking download MetaMask like it's 2021, baby, or Phantom or whatever. I don't care what it is. Get them to get retail to start actually buying on chain. You know, that actually makes the price go up. You know, when people are buying more than selling, it's actually fantastic. When you buy more of a chart and more people are buying it and not selling it, the price goes up. But when you leverage gamble it and short it and there's people betting for it to go up and down, that serves no purpose. It serves no purpose. It serves absolutely no purpose. And most of that is obviously fake and it's paper. And if everyone was able to win all the time, there would be not enough, quote, pie to go around. All right, let's play a clip. Let's play some clips. We got some clips to play. Happy Monday. I can feel it. I can almost feel the bearishness of the market right now. And it's just, I wish instead of all those people watching everyone else's channels and they're still promoting these exchanges after everything that's happened, they're still leverage trading, they're still encouraging people to sign up with all this stuff. Come here, please, come to my channel. Let me show you. Come on, wake up. Wake up.
Construed Global Advisors, head of research and a CNBC contributor. Once again, Tom, looking at your last couple of appearances, whenever you're, actually it's been a while now, when you're on, I kind of hold my breath after some of your your forecasts, because a lot of times I think no way, and then it's always seemed you have not been really wrong yet in any significant way. Do you ever have any trepidation, second thoughts? Do you ever get nervous about any of your calls?
Yeah, all the time, filled with doubts because the future.
It's no one can be right off your 51%. You're like the best ever in this business. You're still bullish, even though you talk about last week a little wobble in some stocks. Sell on the news because of China. Continue. It looks like a little bit of hawkishness out of Jay Powell. I don't know if that lasts.
Yeah, that's right. I think the market has a lot of walls of worry because we've got the shutdown, we've got China, we got the Fed speak, but the market's been up 6 months in a row now. Only 6 times since 1928 that's happened. So if you look at November, we're up 5 or 6 times. And in 1942, it was flat. So basically, November should be really strong. I think at least 200 points on the S&P. So maybe
for November.
Yeah, maybe even 250. So maybe we get to 71.
See, that's a call that I just wish you wouldn't make a call like that, right? Mike?
It's funny because I had that same call before I was watching Tom Lee content. I knew of Tom Lee, and that started. He's obviously popping up in the time because he's super bullish ETH. His bull case for ETH is like there's no reason why Ethereum can't do just a 2x base case, just do a 2x, which would be it going to 8K. He said the medium to like best case scenario it would go to 10K. And also with the S&P 500, he had the call of it going to 7K. We had that same call. If we go to our chart and we look at the S&P, we had that same exact call. So it lined up perfectly with where we thought the S&P would take a cool off and take a little breather, because it has been from April 2025, which was the low on last year, April 2024. It hit the same low. It only wicked. It did like a scare wick down. It did this little scare wick down, and then it did a V-shaped recovery. Massive V-shaped recovery on the S&P right here, exactly to the T. So what I feel like would happen is that we would get hit right here at this max all-time high for the S&P 500. So from where it is right now, it would gain a 3%, 3 or 4%. Yeah. So like imagine it goes and touches that and goes up 4.5%, and then it takes a cool off. It would end up maybe back down to previous previous support at 6,500. Same kind of like how it did, but I don't know if it'd be as drastic, but we hit here, we cool off a little bit, and then that's another bounce point for the S&P to then continue to go. I don't know. Or it just rips. Who knows? It just rips. But this is also correlating with gold here and silver. Like I think gold hit that exact freaking target. I mean, this was like on the freaking money. We were predicting that gold would hit right there, all-time high 4,400. It would consolidate, possibly hitting back down on the trend and then going sideways up until it hits the true all-time high of what I think we're already selling gold, but we haven't been able to legislate actually selling all of the gold we'd like to because it has to be priced at the spot value now. So I would imagine we're going to get a spot value of all-time high gold at over $5,000 an ounce. And then that's when we are going to sell our gold into Bitcoin and create a Bitcoin standard in the United States. And this is my big ultimate theory. I'm going to make a video on it, and it's going to break down this theory because I've talked about it a lot on the live. I think that this is the chess move by America because this is all being fought through monetary policy, through the connection with the US dollar. The more I've learned about the US dollar being a reserve currency, truly as in backing a lot of the other currencies, fiat currencies, like the peso or like the ruble or like the euro, or the all these different currencies, the yen, the yuan, they all have a level of connection to the US dollar. So this is what is interesting, as I think that because the connection is so deep and the gold has been this hedge against all fiat currency, wouldn't you think the ultimate flip on its head would be that the US government doesn't disclose exactly how much gold they have, and no country actually will, but we have a ton of gold. So we're going to sell the gold into Bitcoin that has a limited scarce supply based off of the code. And then we are going to then pay the national debt off by holding it for 20 years because we have a $37 trillion national debt based off of the monetary fiat currency and the Fed overprinting. We've spent way too much money and we've outsourced it all out to the countries that are now paying us tariffs. So the whole point of the tariffs is to get the money back that was printed out of excess to send out to foreign aid, to all of this crap that we didn't vote for. So it takes a bit of an unraveling process, but truly I think this is what American politics is trying to do and why the Democrats and the government shutdown is happening, because we are trying to extend all this crap to be able to try and put in a new plan. They don't really have a new plan. Let's just be honest. We know they don't have one. So they need to freaking have a plan to then, because what the Democrats, if you don't know why the government shutdown is happening, it's literally because they want to continue Obamacare, which was a terrible plan to begin with. It was an awful plan. The premiums suck. The medications and the treatments that you even can get approved for are not even in a list of like the things that you should be able to get. It's just stuff that is obvious, like big pharma bullcrap that overcharges you. And like getting like a CT scan would cost you like freaking, $5,000 or something like that. It's insane. So the program sucks. So they needed to change it anyway. And they're trying to give the healthcare to illegal immigrants. Let's just be honest. That's what's the problem, is that they're trying to give these programs out and have this money go to a system that's not working, obviously. So they're not voting for it, and they are continuing to vote against trying to have a, quote, new plan. This is literally why this is happening. And in that, people are suffering with the EBT and the SNAP. So the $6.4 billion that should have been in that account, well, guess how much money they had sent to Ukraine and has sent to Israel, or have sent to any of these places. They've sent to all around the world, has amassed like $1 trillion. So this whole this America first ain't happening right now. America first ain't happening. So but what's cool is that I'm seeing in the local community that people are just like, whether they're Republican, Democrat, or whoever, it doesn't matter. They're like, these people need food. Because if you think that there are people that are taking advantage of the system and using EBT and SNAP where they should, if they're able to go and get a job and they can have a job, you should go out and freaking get a job and work. Stop being a lazy asshole. But there are families out there that are having a hard time and use EBT and SNAP, and they need to feed their babies. And that's like a fact. They need to feed their damn babies, and they need to feed their kids. And and there might be a single mom who's working 3 jobs and still is having a hard time because stuff is expensive. I mean, groceries are out of control. So our local communities are having to come together and just be like, these people need food. Stop with trying to blanket everyone who has EBT or SNAP that they're low socioeconomic, income people, and they're just lazy. That's not the case. It's not that black and white. And so that's why I get it with some of these social programs and things like that, or you quote unquote, oh, you're a socialist. It's not that black and white. That's why when you listen to politicians talk, they're so black and white when they talk to interviewers, but you need to realize that there's like huge sections of freaking United States that are legitimately having a hard time, and they rely on these services because the state or wherever they live, it sucks. And it's been tough for people. It really has. Yes, everyone has, quote, equal opportunity to get out of their, quote, problem or their situation. But let's be honest, some situations are very much working very hard against you. And if you don't have a strong will, you're going to get taken out, okay? If you don't have a strong will, you're going to get taken out. You're going to be a pawn in the system. So you got to realize it's not that black and white. Like, you know, when and it's a perfect example, like, because here's the thing. I've had to use EBT and Snap, okay? Like, I had to. During COVID, like I lost like half of my work. I lost half. I at least was able to keep one of my jobs during COVID, but I lost everything else. I lost half my income. And so in that, it was tough. It was scary. I was like, I gotta like be able to get food. It was ridiculous. And then, not to mention, it was almost like a slap in the face to get the EBT and the Snap because they only gave me like $100 for the month. And then you could only get certain things. They don't cover everything. And usually the things that they do cover are not even healthy options. It's like really bad options. And so, guys, yeah. So I think the problem we have in America is that, like, I think we lost the plot a little bit in black and whiting people, compartmentalizing. And just realizing that, like, wow, the whole like actual America First movement could be a true American movement that completely breaks the barriers of racism and all that stuff, or left versus right or whatever. It's just like, hey, do you need help? What can I help you with? Do you need food? Do you need to be able to have childcare services because you have to work? All right, let's figure this out. Okay, how many people are struggling when they have a kid to not be able to get paid maternity leave? Okay, thousands and thousands of moms have to go back to work after 2 months of having a baby, and then they have postpartum depression. Yeah, let's fix that. Yeah, let's start fixing that shit. Okay, because that's an issue. That's an issue. Why are we not talking about that? Why are we not talking about the money that is being wasted and not actually taking care of the future of the society, which is the people that are having kids and our kids? They're the ones that are going to be living after us when we freaking die. So why are we not supporting that? And we got these people out in the damn street protesting for other countries that are across the freaking pond. And do you see the freaking issue here? Everyone wants to think that we need to help everyone else in the whole world, but we got literally moms out here having to go back to work 2 months after having a kid. Wake the hell up. And you guys are out here on these and these other issues. Get your head out of your ass. Who cares? America first. That's what that means. It means if that's what America first means, it doesn't mean you're a damn Trumper. It means you don't want that woman that's now depressed to have to freaking go back to work because she got paid by the government that's supposed to take care of their citizens. That way. That's how you solve the problem. Everyone, like, let me run for some damn political office. I'll tell them straight up. What's the issue here? Give me the ledger, give me the budget. Where's the budget? Okay, where's that money going? Okay, hadn't worked in years. Cut off. Now it's being sent and allocated to the top priority issue. I went to a town hall recently and heard about all this money that's going around to support stuff that hasn't been working. And the whole issue is that people are having to drive 45 minutes to an hour to work in their own city that they can't even live in because they're getting priced out and they're not making enough salary. Hospital workers, freaking police officers, firefighters, all of these public service people and the teachers can't even live in the city that they work because they're not getting paid enough salary. They're having to work 2, 3, 4, 5 different jobs on top of their job. And everyone's wondering what the issue is here and why people are struggling. And it's some problem. Oh my gosh, we need all the, like, what? It's pretty easy to solve at this point. Money has been sent to places it didn't need to go. Now it needs to come back, and we need to re-budget it to send to the people that are taking care of our freaking kids. The teachers. Where do our kids go every day? Where do our kids go? They go to school. And we're over here fighting about the dumbest shit. That's the problem. We're not speaking up enough and telling these politicians that's the issue. That's the freaking issue. It's pretty simple at this point. You take care of your people first. Damn it. I'm getting fired up. This is ridiculous.
Bring you.
Is it a towel?
No, that is a.
It says medium adult anus. 3.5-inch fully dilated regular butthole. That's what it really says.
So that is a pair
I'm not
of.
making this up.
That is a pair of underwear to sort of
I'm scared to open
put
this.
on before the box.
The contents of this box are entirely visually pleasing and have been known to cause a loss of normal bowel function. Adult onset pants shitting. Please make sure this disposable underwear is properly fastened prior to opening the box for the first time. Bro, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Go shit yourself.
I'm gonna shit myself? And I don't understand how this says medium adult anus. Is this just underwear?
It's underwear. It's like.
But why does it say medium adult anus? You know, your anus is just like a small hole.
Joe doesn't realize like he's getting mogged by Beeple right now on his own podcast. And Beeple's like, yes, I got him. I just mogged the hell out of him. I love it. I talk to my wife all the time about this stuff, and I'm like, oh, did you see this or you know about that? And she's like, no. I'm like, it's because she's not on X. It's funny. When you're on X and you do follow enough people, you immediately get all of the memes. You get the funniest culture. You get whoever did this to this. Like, it's just like it never sleeps. So I will give X that. You know, X is a cesspool of garbage water flowing through a river of bear tears and trench tears. But at the same time, you can get some funny things. It actually can be kind of fun. And shout out to Wojak. I love Wojak. Actually, we have Wojak is sitting over in the cuck chair in the studio. Go max long market order. Surely they can't get me 10 times in a row. We got the straight facing Wojak ready. Attack does nothing. It's just a full stare. We got the feels. Flips a coin. If heads or tails, Pokemon does damage to itself. Doesn't even matter. Heads, tails, 200 hit points to the face. We are all Wojak. I was actually Wojak for Halloween. Shout out to everyone who had a good Halloween and a good Halloween weekend. We were Wojak.
Take the picture. Let me just
I was basically this Wojak.
take the picture. Let me just
We are all Wojak. And like I said, Wojak in the chair. It's Wojak season. It's also Jesse Pollock season. So awesome. These are the liquidated traders right now. Don't care, didn't ask. If your neck is hurting, basically get on the yoga wheel. I told Ansem, I was like, bro, our necks are toast, bro. They're so toast. And I said, they're effed. He said, unbelievably effed. So this is the first time I got an actual reply from Ansem. Oh my God, Ansem replied to me. But yeah, maybe we'll get him on the stream and see what happens. We know if Ansem comes on the stream and Thread Guy come on the stream, it's a bear market, my friends. That would be the bear market top, or the bear market signal. All right, well, we've had some fun. I hope you had fun. We streamed for about an hour today. YouTube's algorithm, absolute trash and garbage. Do me a favor and share this with your Meemaw, Peepaw, Grandma, anyone. Please just share it, evangelize it. We are so close to hitting our goal of 4,000 subscribers. We're so close. We are so close. We're at 3,901 subscriber. So we need to get 100. We need to get 98 subscribers to hit our goal. That would be cool. But let's, real quick, before we end the live stream, let's analyze Trump's body language when he's asked about the CZ pardon. And you'll start to learn a lot about body language and when people are lying and when they answer a question and what time they answer the question after someone stops talking and answers the question. If they take a breath or if they are able to not look down, they're able to keep eye contact. If they look to the left or they look to the right or they look down and they do a lot of hand motions, okay? It means they're lying, okay? It means they're lying. Means when I'm talking to you about things that I'm passionate about and I get jazzed up, guess what? I don't look down. I look straight in the freaking camera and I talk to you and I'm just as truthful and as genuine as I possibly freaking can. And if I get something wrong, I'll freaking tell you. But I'm not going to lie to you. So, but this is atrocious. I think this is a flat out lie and I don't respect it. And I don't like people that lie.
This year, the president has pardoned or shortened the sentences of more than 1,600 people. The latest pardon was for a cryptocurrency tycoon who is known as CZ. The company CZ founded, Binance, helped boost the profile of the Trump family's crypto firm, World Liberty Financial. He pled guilty in 2023 to violating anti-money laundering laws. Right. The government at the time said that CZ had caused significant harm to U.S. national security, essentially by allowing terrorist groups like Hamas to move millions of dollars around. Why did you pardon him?
Okay, are you ready?
Look how fast he responded. The moment that she stopped talking, he said, "Okay, you ready?" He was like, I know they're going to ask me about this. They obviously give him the questions before, and he was so ready to respond so quickly because he knows that he's not being truthful, and he of course knows who CZ is. He knows who CZ is. That's ridiculous. Let's be honest. Come on. He knows who CZ is. His sons definitely knows who CZ is. He knows who Justin's son is. Justin's son is also doing pay for play because guess what? They froze his stuff. The moment that Justin's son does anything that they don't want him to do, they will freeze his massive investment into the World Liberty Financial Protocol. And guess what? They probably have some dirt on Justin's son. And if Justin's son acts up, his ass was on the Forbes magazine on the cover too. Guess what happens to all the people that end up on the Forbes magazine? They end up in jail. So, do you understand?
I don't know who he is. I know he got a 4-month sentence or something like that. And I heard it was a Biden witch hunt.
In 2025, his crypto exchange Binance helped facilitate a $2 billion purchase of World Liberty Financial's stablecoin. And then you pardoned CZ.
Yeah, so
How
chain
do
of
you
events.
address the appearance of pay for play?
Well, here's the thing. I know nothing about it because I'm too busy doing the other.
But he
I can
got a
only tell
pardon.
you,
But he got a
no,
pardon.
I can only tell you this. My sons are into it. I'm glad they are because it's probably a great industry, crypto. I think it's good. You know, they're running a business. They're not in government.
World Liberty Financial has denied any involvement in the pardon. With state.
Come on. Come on, guys. It's ridiculous. It's so blatantly obvious that was a pay for play. There was a deal made, all having to do with the DOJ, all having to do with this. And I think it's dirty. It's dirty. I don't like it. And I think CZ is a massive grifter. He's probably the worst KOL now in the space. Everyone always talks about how these KOLs are like terrible. Guess who's the biggest, worst KOL in the industry? CZ. He's promoted the most biggest garbage on Binance, and he's also slush funding money in his Giggle fund, Giggle Academy. His Giggle Academy is, quote, a non-profit, but what he's doing is making it by profit by doing stuff like this. The Giggle meme coin is not an official coin launched by Giggle Academy. Of course it's not, because if you did, it wouldn't be a non-profit. You're being a grifter, CZ. Stop being a freaking grifter. And this dude, having billions of dollars, seems to have time to be on the timeline more than we are. Don't you have businesses to run? Don't you have things to do, CZ? Why are you on the timeline more than anyone right now? Why are you on the timeline so much, CZ? It doesn't make any sense. I don't like it. You're not helping anyone. And guys, the more that Binance starts to creep back in the United States, it's an attack. Get them out of here. I don't want any part of this crap. Don't use Binance.us. Don't think that BUSD is going to be some magic stable coin. Don't do it. Don't buy BNB. Buy Ethereum. Not financial advice, but geez, if you're going to buy BNB instead of Ethereum, you are 100% part of the problem. I'll tribalism that all day. I don't care. If you're buying BNB instead of Ethereum, rethink your life. All right. Anyway, I will see you guys on the next live stream. I'm going to continue to come here and not leverage trade. Good. Because that's not what we're doing here anymore. No more. We're not going to be spinning trading wheels of crap. Hey, do this trading bonus and start getting in all this stuff. So then by the time you make money, even if you get a chance to, you don't get to even withdraw it. So we're going to continue to come here. We're going to promote self-custody and DCA and crypto. We're going to strengthen your thesis on why the digital landscape is going to continue to grow as the de facto industry for finance and basically AI settlement. And we are going to demystify this space and demystify crypto for new people coming in. And so if you want to continue this journey with me and be in the dojo crew, you are 100% welcome to. If you don't want to be a part of it, that's fine. You can go and watch those other channels. But just know that you start going down these paths of getting convinced that you're some kind of a trader genius. Just watch out. You know, your best bet is to literally just buy and hold and literally never check the prices ever again. That's your bet. That's your best strategy. You stay far away from most of these exchanges. Don't get caught up with all the yield and these protocols. We just saw one big one get hacked. Balancer, whatever, just got massively hacked. So watch out. All right. Peace out, my friends. Thank you for coming in. Make sure you hit the like button. Check out the very singular link in the description of the channel. You can see it right here. It's literally just a MetaMask referral link, which basically I just get points. You get points for doing stuff on chain. If you already had a MetaMask and you haven't signed up for the rewards, you can still use my code. If you've never used a MetaMask, not even a single time, you can use my code to download the MetaMask and then also use it. Any of your activity on chain will reward you and you will get an airdrop. So in that way, I feel very much more ethical promoting this stuff. And that's it. All right. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.